Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 18 of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. It's been a little bit since we've been involved in this series. Sorry I've been away. I went to a wedding this past weekend, had a great time. But we're back here with the Commanders franchise and I hope you're ready for the franchise because we will be finishing Year 1 this week. 3 episodes in the Washington series to come. And we'll start off with this trip to New York to face the New York Jets. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. As Washington starts off with the football, and Johnson will race us up to the 29-yard line, which will bring out Jacoby Brissett. He's been the starter all year for the Washington Commanders. It's been a very up and down season. 3,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. There's been a lot of good. There's been a lot of bad. They'll start off with an RPO here on first down to Jahan Dotson, who gains 4. Commanders very much out of the postseason as they sit 5-9 in this game. While the Jets, though, they're only a game out of the wild card, so they're very much in this one. And speaking of in it, here's an interception picked off across the middle by Hall. And the New York Jets' first drive is going to start in a very good spot for this man, the longtime Packer and 4-time NFL MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He's put together a very good season in his first year with the Jets. 3,400 yards, 28 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, a 7-to-1 ratio. They'll start with a give here on 1st and 10, already in Commanders territory with a 3-yard run to Breece Hall, who had a very good week last week, 70 yards and a touchdown on 17 carries. 2nd and 4, they line up in the I formation. There's actually some movement up front, and they're going to call a false start. So that 6-yard gain is already for naught as it's 2nd and 9 as Rodgers sets up a screen for his tight end here, and it's going to get the first down. Nice leak out of the tight end spot, gets them a first down. Now out to the 22. Rodgers checks down again for Hall, spins off a defender, and gets wrapped up by Cody Barton. After a gain of maybe nothing, they go to Hall again. Left side runs into a wall of Washington defenders. And now it's 3rd and 6 for the Jets. They go empty here. From the 16, Rodgers flushed out of the pocket. Tries to keep his eyes downfield, but dumps this one to the sideline. And the Jets will kick 3 on their first drive. So after a failed first drive for the Commanders, they're back here with the football at their own 15-yard line. And here's Samuel off the play it back. And he's deep into Jets territory off of the catch and run. That was a massive play for the Commanders offense. 60 yards on the play-action pass. So now at the 25 of the Jets, here's Antonio Gibson getting his first run of the day. Gibson had a very pedestrian week last week, only 72 yards on the ground on 18 carries. I'll go to him again on 2nd and 6, and he spins underneath the defender, but only gets 2, and now it's 3rd and 4. From the gun, Brissett to throw. Tries to step up in the pocket, but he's going to get sacked from behind. That is going to go for a loss of 2, and Washington will also kick 3. Tied up at 3 apiece. Here's Hall on the very next play after the kickoff, and he's got nobody in front of him. Breece Hall, can he go all the way? He will. A 75-yard touchdown run for Breece Hall. The first play from scrimmage of the drive, and the Jets jump out again to a 10-3 lead. So Washington's offense back up on the field as there's a 4-yard gain, and Sam Cosmi's actually hurt on the play. We'll go later into this drive. Now Commanders at the 22 of New York. They go 1st and 10, handoff to Gibson, who gets absolutely leveled off of his feet. After the gain of 2, they go back to Gibson again on the ground. He races right side. This time he gets popped kind of hard again. He makes it 3rd and 2. Gibson will check out. Robinson will check in, and Brian Robinson will get the carry, and he'll truck his way forward for a first down. A 7-yard run for Brian Robinson Jr., and it's goal to go for the Commanders. They go bootleg here on 1st and goal. They love this play action, get Brissett out of the pocket. That time it doesn't really work out. It's actually a loss for Logan Thomas. 2nd and goal now. Gibson checks back in. They hand it to him left side, and he's going to fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Washington answers back with a rushing score of their own. And we'll go into the end of the first quarter with a tie ball game, 10-10, with plenty of fireworks early. The Jets had the ball to begin the second quarter. They're at the 34 of Washington here on 1st and 10 as Rodgers scans the field, checks it right side, and that one's going to be caught. Nice strong hands there as Rodgers had a very efficient start to his day. 2nd and 5, hand up the middle. It's Hall again. He's going to get stopped, but Emmanuel Forbes is hurt on the play, and that's a big injury because he will not return to this ball game. 3rd and 3, handoff. They trust Hall. He tries to bounce it outside. He's not going to get there. Stuffed by Kendall Fuller, but the Jets are going to go for it. 4th and 3. They pitch it out to Hall, who has a little bit of space. Nice cut back. Gets the first down and more. I thought we'd have him for a sec, but the lane opened up and good vision. So now in the red zone, there's a quick check down to the right side. After the Uzoma 2-yard gain, it's 2nd and 8. Rodgers looks to the end zone. That one's batted away. Nice defense there, of course, by Diamador Lenore, our nickel corner. 3rd and 8, trying to set up a screen. Hall gets it. Fakes the man out of his shoes. That should have been a loss. Instead, that's a first down. Goal to go now for the Jets. They're at the 3, looking to punch in another touchdown. They're going to toss it out wide. Here's Hall, and he has the lane. Touchdown. The 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for Breece Hall. If you have him in your fantasy lineup, I'm sure you are very, very happy at what you're seeing. So the Jets now back up 17-10. Here's Brissett on 2nd and 4. He tries to play fake, but he gets hit hard by Leonard Williams, who's going to be a force in the backfield. Quentin Williams. 3rd and 4, Jacoby Brissett tries to take a shot left side. He's off the mark, and Sadiq Charles is actually hurt on the play. But the Washington Commanders will punt. And now the Jets, with a 7-point lead, have a chance to build on it. Rodgers fires right side. That one's incomplete. There's a heavy dose of traffic there. Unable to find his receiver. How about 3rd and 7? Rodgers looks left side. This one's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he's going the other way. Has a chance for the end zone. He's not going to get there. CJ Uzomah levels him out of bounds. That's a big-time return. St-Juste stepping in for the injured Emmanuel Forbes. And he comes away with a huge interception. On the very next play, Gibson finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So the Commanders capitalize off of Rodgers' only 5th interception of the season. And we're tied up at 17 at the 2-minute warning. Rodgers in the offense driving again. There's a big-time 3rd down conversion. Finds Mecole Hardman across the middle. Now a new fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 26. Uzomah again, and he's going to fight his way forward. He picks up 9, but he doesn't get out of bounds. About a minute left to go now. Took some time getting back to the line of scrimmage. And on 2nd and 1, that one's going to be caught. Big-time hit. Jets call timeout. First of their 3 as Rodgers' next play will look left side again. He finds Hall, and there's actually a flag on the play. I think he got the first down, but it doesn't matter. Roughing the passer on Aaron Rodgers. You know he's going to get those calls. And they're going to burn KJ Henry for that one. And now it's goal to go from the 2. Rodgers tries a play fake, and he's actually going to be sacked. Hit, and he loses the football. It's picked up by Yamin Davis. What a turn of events. I don't know why they didn't trust Breece Hall there. Instead, they try to get cute with it, and the Jets come up empty. And it's all tied 17-all at the end of the first half. It's been an explosive start to this game. Let's go into our halftime report. It's been a good one here in New Jersey. East Rutherford, that is. The Jets have hosted the Commanders. But let's take a look at some of the other games around the league. The Falcons playing host to the Colts. The Colts very much in the race for the AFC South, while the Falcons are very much in the race for the NFC South. And it's the Colts who currently have a 21-14 lead thanks to a hat trick of touchdowns already for Anthony Richardson. Next up, we'll go to the Vikings in Minnesota. They're playing host to the Detroit Lions. The Vikings up 10-0. The Lions have had a very up and down season. It's not been a good first half for Goff. He's only thrown 1 pass. And it was an interception. Finally, in Carolina, the Panthers also fighting. They're trying to hang on for their lives, but it's not looking good. 14-7 lead for the Packers. Both teams need a lot to work in order to get into the postseason, but the loser's basically eliminated. Go back to our game here. The Jets will start off the football here in the 3rd quarter, and from first play from scrimmage, there's a shot up the seam. Rodgers saw his slot receiver uncovered, and he's able to find Randall Cobb easily. And he gets him out to the 46, where Breece Hall will be met immediately. There's Jonathan Allen making his presence in the run game. We need to see more of that. 2nd and 12 now. Rodgers is sacked. Casey Toohill off the edge with the sack. He's done very good in spot pass rush situations. He's put together a nice season. 3rd and 22. Rodgers just throws this one away to fight another day. And that's a good stop for the Commanders. Their first drive here in the second half begins with Gibson getting absolutely nothing as he runs into the heart of the defense. Now 2nd and 10. They're going to go play fake. Brissett tries to take a shot downfield, and that one's almost intercepted. I don't know if I'd throw that pass again, as Gardner and Whitehead were both there. 3rd and 10. Another play fake. Brissett flushed out of the pocket, trying to escape. He's not going to be able to. He gets sacked down by Michael Clemens, and that ends the Commanders' drive. Next drive, though, for the Jets. Here's 3rd and 5, and Rodgers is going to take another sack. That time, KJ Henry, the rookie out of Clemson, is able to get in there. He had his first career interception a week ago. The Jets go 3 and out, so the Commanders' defense steps up, and now the offense needs to start getting going. That's going to help, as Antonio Gibson with a nice run there. Gets them to about midfield. He's going to take the next handoff left side, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of 6. Makes it now 2nd and 4. Robinson Jr. checks into the ball game. He takes the carry, and he gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Now Washington faces a 3rd and 4. Brissett empty. Drops back, fires right side. Has Samuel, but he can't hold on through the contact. You got to hold on to that one. That's been our Achilles heel with some of these wide receivers. They just can't hold on. And now the Commanders are going to try a 61-yard field goal, and it's short. Sly gave it a good effort, but he didn't make it. And that gives the Jets very good field position. I don't know if I agree with that call with Coach Ron Rivera. As on the very next play, splitting the seams, Aaron Rodgers with a dime and the cover 2 defense. And the Jets already in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 16. Hall gets maybe a yard. 2nd and 8 before being hit down by Fuller. I'm going to trust him again. He's going to find some space at the middle. Hall's had himself a very good day so far. But it's 3rd and 4. They trust the arm of Rodgers. Across the middle, fires, has his man. He's going to get to about the 1. Garrett Wilson marked a yard shy. But it's goal to go with a yard to go. Rodgers, no play action this time. Fires across the middle. That's going to be caught. And that is another gangrene touchdown as they find Corey Davis for the score. And it's 24-17 in favor of the Jets. Next drive for the Commanders. They have 3rd and 2 as they risk a 3 and out, but it's going to be picked up by Gibson, who's actually hurt on the play. And he's going to be out for a little bit. Commanders another 3rd down. Brissett drifts out of the pocket, fires for Jarrett Patterson. He can't hold on. Another big 3rd down drop. I mean, Brissett's putting some of these on the money. They're just not getting it. They try a fake punt on 4th down. It's not going to work. Maybe a little bit of frustration there by the Commanders as they get stuffed. In the next play, Breece Hall with another opening. He's going to go the distance. A hat trick for Breece Hall. Talk about a suck the wind out of your sails kind of sequence. That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The Jets lead 31-17. Brissett trying to drive. First play of the 4th quarter. And he gets intercepted, picked off in the red zone. And that is another big mistake for Brissett. He tried to hit a quick one out of the slot. That one gets jumped by Adrian Amos. And the Jets set up nicely later in this drive. Now in Commanders territory, Breece Hall continues to pound the rock. $175 and 3 scores. That's a little bit of good news for the Commanders as they get a false start on the Jets. So it's now 1st and 15. We're inside 10 minutes to go. Hand off Hall. He's swallowed up off of the edge. Makes it a loss of 1. Now the Jets face 3rd and 12. Rodgers in the gun. Fires left side, and that one should have been picked off. Lenore had a hand on that one. We need that. Instead, the Jets are now going to set up for a 45-yard try. It is up. It is good. It is now a 3-score game here in the 4th quarter, and this one is basically over. Nothing else really happens in the 4th quarter of note, and the Jets will walk away victorious by a final score of 34-17. Commanders just let this one get away from them in the second half. Too many big plays given up to the Jets, and they just couldn't keep up. 2 turnovers for Brissett. Sam Howell actually did have a drive in the 4th quarter, and he looked pretty good. Didn't get any points, but it's a promising sign as we'll have to see what happens with the quarterback position going into the final 2 games now that we're down 5-10 record-wise. We also have a new injury. Emmanuel Forbes is going to miss the rest of the season. He's out with a dislocated hip. I haven't put him on IR yet, but I will. And that ends the season for our rookie corner. We're going to get Tariq Castro-Fields off of the practice squad to fill that void. And we're also going to send down John Ridgeway in order to free a roster spot. But I do have one more after I send Forbes to IR. I just haven't figured out who I want to fill that spot with yet. Here are your scores around the league in Week 16 as the playoff race has started to get heated, and there's been some good ones here. Starting off here in the AFC North, the Steelers, they knock off the Bengals. The Bengals are one of the top teams in the American Football Conference, and this is a big loss for them as the Steelers get it done and beat Cincinnati. Second game we'll take a look at. The Dolphins, they knock off the Cowboys. The Cowboys are the team to beat in the NFL this year, and this is a big win for the Dolphins. The Cowboys still the number 1 seed in the NFC. They're still one of the best teams in football, but if the Dolphins can make the postseason, you got to watch out for Miami. Finally, on Monday Night Football, the 49ers, they knock off the Ravens 27-21. We'll see the 49ers next week. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, 4 touchdown passes. The 49ers, another team to watch out for in that NFC as they get a big win. You can look at your players of the week. Burrow gets it in the AFC despite the loss to the Steelers and his 5 touchdowns. Simmons had 2 picks for the Colts in that game earlier we saw. Thompson in the Panthers also gets 2 picks, and then Carr gets it in the NFC offensive. Here's a look at the playoff picture. The Bills now the number 1 team in the AFC. Them and the Cowboys, they hold on to their spots. But the Jets, off their win, have sneaked into the playoffs. And the Dolphins, they're currently in now as the 6th seed. A lot going on as we get to the final 2 weeks of the season. And we'll start off that stretch against the San Francisco 49ers. It is not going to be a 2 easy games. We face the 49ers and the Cowboys, the 2 best teams in the NFC. So we sit 5-10. It's going to be a fight if we want that 6th win, especially against a very talented San Francisco 49ers that's fighting for that top spot. Give us some luck as we go into next week. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'm ready to wrap up year 1 this week, and I hope you guys are ready for what's to come. But thank you guys for some more. If you haven't, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.